The Escapists Two. What a wonderful game full of fun and exciting possibilities. But what can we learn from a game like The Escapists Two? Well, there's the obvious stuff like making plans and executing them in an orderly fashion, or following directions. But there's so much more than that. Let's start with the basics. In the tutorial, you learn the fundamental mechanics of the game, like following basic instructions for gathering tools and supplies that will lead to your eventual escape. And you learn that you can't focus on just one thing forever. With any ultimate goal, you have to take necessary steps in between to refresh and gather your thoughts. Maybe in life you want to go to college for 4 years to become a technician for something you're passionate about. But to get there, you have to do other things too so you don't get overwhelmed. For example, going out to dinner with your friends once in a while. In The Escapists 2, you take small breaks from gathering resources by doing other things like studying, taking showers, going to work, etc, etc. The tutorial was super easy. It took less than 10 minutes to complete, which was great because I've played the game before, but it's been a long time and I always had a friend to help me. I've never done it by myself, and frankly, I didn't want to spend an hour relearning the game. It just ran me through the basics, like crafting a plan, deciding how I want to escape, gathering resources like wood, a file, crafting items, and in this case, it was just a dinky little pickaxe, and executing the plan. It really wasn't too bad when I was being told what to do. As a beginner, being told what to do is not a bad thing. With almost everything in our lives, that's how we are going to learn. It's such a beautiful thing learning from others. Never feel bad for doing so. My first time playing through without help, I decided to play a medium difficulty map. I spent the first while just running around not sure what to do. After a while, I decided, you know what? Fine. I'll look up help online since I couldn't figure it out. I learned that if I gathered some things like tape, files, and other necessities, I could successfully escape. So I had a game plan. I would gather some materials, already done, then study to raise my intellect high enough that I could craft the gear I needed. But studying takes a lot of energy, just like it does in real life, so I took a break from that and went to gather more materials. Finally, I started crafting the items needed for my escape plan. I spent some more time studying to get my intellect to that final 60 mark that I needed to craft my last item, after which I crafted my final 2 items needed to make my escape. So I set my bed dummy and I started to make my way to the generators. As I was walking to where I needed to go, I couldn't help but think how much I could learn from this game. I was thinking about how you can't do most anything in life without preparing first by creating a plan, gathering the tools you need, and finally executing it. There's a lot of dopamine that comes with the anticipation of what comes next. That's why so many people get addicted to gambling and things of that nature. They aren't addicted to playing slots or betting on red. They are addicted to the dopamine that comes from the anticipation of winning. And in this moment, I felt the dopamine rush as I cut the power to the generators and officially began to execute my perfect escape plan. Your plans aren't always going to go as you hope they would. You may fail once, or even twice, sometimes even more. But through trial and error, you can finally accomplish the things you wish to get done in this life that is already too short to not even try. Let's go!